Welcome to Week 9, where you will be learning about whether conventional transportation options are sustainable. This week, you will be exploring the answers to these questions related to sustainable transportation. What are conventional transportation options? How do conventional transportation options work? What sustainability implications are associated with conventional transportation options? What factors affect how these implications change over time and space? And how can we compare these implications quantitatively through sustainability indicators? Since over 90% of transportation energy comes from petroleum and petroleum products, this week focuses on petroleum and the two petroleum products that are used most in transportation, gasoline and diesel. These two videos that you will watch this week explain how the gasoline internal combustion engine, also known as the Otto cycle, and the diesel compression engine work. The readings discuss sustainability implications associated with these conventional transportation options and are organized on Blackboard by sustainability category and fuel type. Several readings will discuss what factors affect how these implications change over time and space. Throughout the readings and videos, you will learn information about specific sustainability indicators. Some of this information will be quantitative and some will be qualitative. It may be helpful to keep a chart like this handy as you work your way through the course material to record specific information about sustainability indicators, paying particular attention to when you come across a quantitative value that may allow for comparison between transportation options. After this week, you will be learning about alternative transportation options in Week 10 and comparing them to the conventional options you are learning about this week. Next week has a higher reading and video time requirement, so I suggest getting started on some of the Week 10 material this week if possible. This week begins the new grading policy for discussion assignments. This new policy is a result of the results of the mid-semester survey, in which most respondents expressed significant dissatisfaction with the collaborative group response and cross-group postings. The new grading policy was designed to eliminate the frustration associated with these components while preserving some intra- and intergroup interaction. The new policy was put to a vote last week. 33 students responded and 94% voted in favor of the new policy. Due to the overwhelming support, this new policy will go into effect on March 24th. You can access the full policy and new grading rubrics on Blackboard, and here is a basic overview. As I mentioned, there will be no more collaborative group response or cross-group discussion portions to the weekly discussion assignments. Therefore, nothing will be due on Friday or Tuesday nights anymore. In order to keep an element of cross-group interaction, EVA will post up to 10 initial individual responses that are particularly high quality to the course discussion, the place where you used to post your cross-group responses each week. You can view these postings if you want, but you don't have to, completely optional. Feel free to comment on the postings and start discussion around them if you are interested. Since we are eliminating the group response and cross-group response, there will be a little more work required in the individual postings to the group discussion. The initial individual posting will kind of take the place of the group response grade and now has a rubric very similar to the previous group response rubric. It is now required to be 400 to 500 words, and you must answer all parts of the discussion assignment for full credit. These initial individual postings are now due on Thursdays by 11:59 p.m., so there will be time for group members to respond to each other by the end of the week. Similar to the old grading system, you must post at least one response to one or more group members of 200 to 250 words. And these will now be due Sunday nights by 11:59 p.m. Remember, to earn credit for the individual response, your response must be meaningful and substantive, i.e., saying, "I really liked how you said blah blah blah," and quoting the original poster for 200 words won't cut it. Your response must be thoughtful and add something new to the discussion. The grading rubric for this portion is similar to the previous individual discussion rubric. The sum of the initial individual posting and the response posting will comprise your total discussion assignment grade each week for the rest of the semester. Although the point values from the old and new policy will be vastly different, all discussion assignments throughout the semester will be normalized, meaning divided by the total points possible to get a value between 0 and 1. so they will have the same weight in calculating this final semester grade, regardless of which grading policy they fall under. Also, I will be dropping the 2 lowest discussion assignment grades for each student at the end of the semester. So if you had an incident in the past where a group member didn't submit the collaborative group response in time, it will not affect your grade, as long as it didn't happen more than twice, which I don't think happened in any group. For more detailed information about the new grading policy and to compare the new and old policies, you can go to Syllabus Grading Policy to read the full policy and click on the link for rubrics. You can also access the new policy here. Please feel free to email me if you have any questions. Since the switch to the new policy complicates the final grade calculation, and I have already received several questions about how grades are calculated, I have added a new item to Blackboard called Sample Grade Calculation Spreadsheet, which you can access here. When you open it, first read the instructions, then enter your grades in the yellow boxes in the exams and discussions sheets. To make sure you have entered your information correctly, check the calculated midterm grade with your midterm grade in Blackboard. They should match. If you have any questions, just send me an email.